right, well, thank you for coming. We are going to talk about essential oils. And we're going to talk a little bit more than just essential oils, but that is definitely going to be the focus of the class. And for those of you that are on, hopefully you can see that there's a chat feature where you can type in questions. So please feel free to type in any questions that you have, any comments that you have, any testimonials that you have. Feel free to put those in the chat. And also, if you want to share them out loud, feel free to unmute yourself and ask or share there as well. And then for those of you who are also just kind of listening, keep an eye on that chat. And if there's questions in there that you can answer or things that you can contribute to, please do that as well. Because for whoever is talking, which sometimes that'll be me, sometimes that'll be a few other ladies, it's really hard to see the chat when you're talking and sharing. So if everybody else can kind of monitor that when the person is speaking, that would be super helpful and amazing. So we are going to get started. So like I said, we're going to talk about essential oils, but for most of us, definitely for myself, it's a bigger picture than that. It really is about learning to take care of your own health. In our society, we have a focus on sickness, not so much on health. When we go to the doctor, a lot of times it's because we're sick and we want a remedy, not to learn better nutrition and ways to take care of ourselves. Of course, that happens sometimes, but not often enough. So that's what this whole thing is for most of us, is learning how to take care of ourselves, empowering ourselves to take care of ourselves, and then sharing that with others so that we can all just live more abundantly. So the products, the oils that we're going to talk about are from Young Living Essential Oils. Everything we say is because we trust and value Young Living as a company and their Seed to Seal promise. So basically they stand behind all of their products from the time the seed is chosen to the time the seal is put on the bottle of whatever that product is. They are involved in every single step of that process. And that's very different from most companies. A lot of companies are just buyers and brokers and suppliers. You know, if I'm somebody who wants to sell water bottles, I just go find somebody who makes water bottles and I buy them at a wholesale cheap discount and then I resell them to somebody else. Young Living finds the seeds, tills the soil, pulls the weeds by hand, has goats that do weeding and fertilizing and like all of these amazing things. Like they are there for every step of the process. And because of that, they have the highest essential oil quality in the world, in my opinion. They are the grandfather of essential oils in this country for sure. They've been around for 26 years. This is not new to them. They've been doing this and perfecting it and being the best for a long time. So how do we use essential oils? There are sorry, hold on. Let me see if I can do something with the sound here. There we go. How's that? Okay, so 3 main ways to use essential oils, and those are aromatically, which if you can see here, this is my beautiful diffuser. So I have Valor going in this right now, and I just put a few drops in this diffuser. I probably did like 5 drops of Valor, and then I fill the rest with water. I'll actually take this off and show you. Ta-da! So that's just the cover to make it look pretty. And then inside here is where the water reservoir is. So I just put a few drops of oil, fill the rest with water, turn this puppy on, and this will run for up to 10 hours with those 5 drops of oil. So again, because we have such high quality oils, they last a long time. You don't need as much. They're very concentrated. They're very powerful. And when you breathe oils in, not only can that do wonderful things for your breathing, it can help your respiratory system, which we'll talk about some specific oils for that, but it also does wonders for your emotions. It can help you relax. It can give you energy. It can do whatever it is that you're needing support with. Breathing those oils in different ways, different oils can help. Then the next way is topically. So that is simply putting the oils on your skin. So this is Thieves, which we'll also talk about. This is one I like to use topically. I'll put a drop or two in my hand, and then I will actually, it is a hot oil, so that's something when you're using topically, you want to keep in mind. And if you have sensitive skin, you probably would not want to do what I'm doing right now. I don't have sensitive skin, so it feels great to me. But if you have sensitive skin, you can put it in a roller like this. So in this jar, I only have like 15 drops of essential oil, and then the rest is actually filled with olive oil. Super simple. And now it's diluted. So if I did have sensitive skin, I can roll it on like this and not have to worry about it feeling hot or, you know, irritating my skin. So you have a couple options there when you use oils topically. And then another kind of safety thing to keep in mind as far as using them topically is some of the oils are what we call photosensitive. And that means that if you put them on your skin and then you go out in the sun, you're more likely to get a sunburn. So you just want to keep that in mind. And those oils that are photosensitive are typically citrus oils. So your lemon, lime, grapefruit, things like that. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. And then also as far as safety, anytime you're using them on children, obviously, just like you would anything else, you just want to use less of it. You want to dilute it more, use it more sparingly with children. Then the third way and the final way that we're going to talk about, although there are more, I'm not going to lie, but we're just going to talk about these three. Let me see if I have a vitality here. Internally. So this one, even more so, is extremely important that you know we're talking about Young Living, because most every other oil on the market will tell you not safe for ingestion, and that is legit. That's true. But Young Living, because they are pure and because they are only what's in the bottle, there's no fillers, there's no alcohols, there's no pesticides, there's no herbicides, there's literally nothing except the pure plant in the bottle. Some of them can be taken internally. So if you see, this is the premium starter kit that we're mostly going to be talking about. These top ones have like a white background label, and then the bottom ones have color. Any that have a white background are labeled for internal use. That means you can put them in your water. I have Thieves Vitality in my water right now. You can bake with them. Last week, we had an amazing class on Thursday about cooking with oils and all these different recipes and drinks that you can make with oils and all kinds of fun stuff. And then you can also use them to make your own supplements. You can get little veggie capsules either from Young Living or Amazon or whatever health food store you like. You just buy vegetable capsules, open it up, put a few drops of the Vitality oil in there, and now you have your own supportive dietary supplement. So those are the ways that we like to use oils. And like I said, this is the premium starter kit. That's going to be the basis for what we're going to talk about, simply because Young Living has over 600 products. And for those of us that already use them, we love them all, but that might take a little while if we wanted to tell you about all 600 of our favorite products. So we keep it simple with this premium starter kit because it is the most popular way that most people get started with Young Living. So if you have never purchased Young Living, it's likely this is how you'll get started. And if you have purchased Young Living, but maybe you're here because you need a little refresher or you're not sure how to use your oils, it's likely that you have this kit. And so we want to make sure that you know how to use it and you know what all of these oils are good for. So this is the focus of what we're going to talk about. But I also want to mention, like I said, that they have so many products, and a big portion of this is really ditching and switching, because it's more than just essential oils. It really is a lifestyle of better products. A lot of you are here because you don't want toxic products and perfumey fragrance products and things that, you know, aren't good for your baby's skin and things that, you know, you shouldn't be breathing in, like candles and things like that. So that's what this is all really about, is taking those products that you have maybe been using for a while and just switching them out for a better, healthier, plant-based product. And one fabulous way that you can do that with Young Living is through their rewards program called Essential Rewards. This is the monthly loyalty program, totally optional, totally optional. I want to make that clear because I know a lot of companies, it's like you have to do this monthly purchase, otherwise you can't be a discount member. And with Young Living, it's not like that. You can totally be a discount member whether you choose to do this or not. but it's definitely going to be the best deal and the best bang for your buck. You get points back up to 25% of everything you purchase. You get free loyalty gifts on different anniversaries, tons and tons of benefits that we won't go into all of those, but there are a lot of benefits for being on the rewards program. So now we're going to get into talking about the actual products that come in this wonderful kit. And I'm going to have a few different ladies share so you don't have to just sit and listen to me gab all night. So the first one that's going to share with us is going to be Sarah Reeves. She is our resident wonderful nurse. She's amazing, and I love hearing her share because not only is she just awesome, but I know that she has that medical background and understanding of the human body and understanding of why it matters how we take care of ourselves. So I just love hearing from her, and she's going to share about a couple products.
Oh man, you talked me up a lot.
All true.
Oh, all right, I love you. So Ningxia Red, it is an amazing, amazing supplement. I did a challenge, a 30-day challenge 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago. It was 2017. And it really did change my outlook for the supplement because I didn't think that it would really do that much. And then I took it every day and I realized that it really does help with a lot. So it is a fruit puree. Sorry, I've been working all day. Is a fruit puree. So it has the Ningxia wolfberry, which is, if you've heard of goji berries, the same thing, and acai, I don't know if I say that right, and plum, cherry, blueberry, pomegranate. So all of these juices are really high in antioxidants. So it's great for your immune system. It is really high in B vitamins because of all of those different fruits. And also, I learned a few months ago that the goji or wolfberry has the highest amount of melatonin of any fruit. So some people really like to take it in the evening. It helps with sleep. Some people, most people, it gives energy. So they prefer to take it during the day because of the B vitamins. So it just depends on how your body reacts to it, what is best for you. But I highly recommend trying it. It's only 1 to 2 ounces a day is what they recommend. And I will say it greatly improved my mental health. It gave me more energy through the day, more constant energy. So I didn't have that like 2-3 o'clock slump where I needed a cup of coffee just to survive the rest of my 12-hour shift. It's also great. It's really great for eye health, immune. It has a lot of like total health and body wellness.
I put my wallet over there. What?
So one way I really like to take Ningxia is in tea. So she talked about how thieves comes in the vitality and in the, you can also use it topically. So thieves of vitality is one great addition to my Ningxia tea. So I'll just do a couple ounces of Ningxia, warm up some water and pour it in, and then add a couple drops or a drop of thieves. So it's a nice little treat at the end of the day. So thieves oil is the next one we're going to talk about. It is a blend. It has clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary. Am I missing one? No, that's it. You would think I would know this, but again, just worked 12 hours, so I apologize. Thieves is a great immune support oil. I use this one nightly with my children. We have a roller that we've diluted with 10 drops of thieves and 5 drops of lemon and 5 drops of oregano. And I dilute that into a carrier oil in a roller, and I roll that on their spine every night before they go to bed. I also diffuse thieves a lot. The kids say it smells like Christmas. So they always ask for the Christmas oil, which now that they know Christmas Spirit, which is another fantastic oil, sometimes it gets a little tricky on which one they're talking about. So thieves, great for immune support. And then with the Thieves oil, they have a whole line of Thieves products. So there is laundry soap, dish soap, toothpaste, which is fantastic. And then they also have this amazing hand sanitizer. Where'd my spray go? And Thieves spray. So the Thieves spray is great for just pop it in your purse if you are out and, you know, the shopping cart. I don't like to use the wipes that they leave in the front of any, you know, Walmart, Hy-Vee, that kind of stuff. So I use my Thieves spray. And then I also have been, so because I work in healthcare, I have to wear a mask. I have been spraying because I don't like the chemical smell on my mask. I've been spraying just a drop, like I just spray it in the air and just waft the mask so that it doesn't, I get the smell of Thieves instead of the chemical smell. I also have been using it on our cloth masks at home. And I really like just adding a little bit of extra immune support and protection with that. The Thieves hand sanitizer is one of my favorite products. My hands, when like a couple of years ago, every winter, I would have dry, cracked, awful knuckles. They would hurt after every shift because they'd just be so dry from using the hand sanitizer at work and the soap. So I started making my own soap and I started using the Thieves hand sanitizer, and it has totally changed my hands. Like my hands feel a little bit dry now, but you can see no redness, no cracks. And this is the prime time of year when we are washing our hands all the time. And it is nice and dry in the air. So it has vitamin E, and it also is made with peppermint oil. So instead of the denatured alcohol that most hand sanitizers have, the peppermint oil somehow naturally denatures the alcohol. I am not a scientist, so I don't know how that works, but I just know that it works, and I highly recommend this one. And then the next one that I'm going to talk about is Citrus Fresh. So in the starter kit, it comes in the Vitality. You can also get it in the regular, not Vitality. It is also a blend. It has orange, tangerine, I think lemon, and spearmint. It is a great one that's just uplifting. Citrus oils tend to be really uplifting and bright, so it's great to diffuse. It also is great as a, like, if you are cleaning a bathroom, or if you like cleaning the carpet, sometimes I will add it to baking soda and let it sit, and then sprinkle it on my carpets, and it'll help kind of freshen up that carpet and freshen up the room smell. The Vitality, I love to add to my water. I drink a lot of water, but like most people, you just kind of get tired of drinking the same thing. So if you add just a drop or two to your water, it's nice and refreshing.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. And yes, I just had my Ningxia before I started the class. And that's so cool that you said that about the melatonin, because yeah, most people associate Ningxia with energy, gives a lot of people energy. Me, it doesn't really affect me either way. I don't feel like it gives me energy. I don't feel like it makes me tired. It just makes me feel better. It makes me feel, you know, just healthier. But I have a couple of friends who take it every night at bed, and they say it's totally changed their sleep. It helps them sleep through the night, and they don't ever want to go to sleep without it. Like, it's so crazy how we're all different and it affects us differently, but all in good ways. And that's one of the things I love about nature, is you don't have to worry about like negative side effects and like, you know, these whatever dangerous things happening to you. The only side effects that are going to happen is like, oh, it also improved my hair and it also improved my skin. Like, those are the side effects that you get from this stuff. So thank you very much. I also wanted to mention that if you saw my video, I made a video on Facebook yesterday. This is actually my favorite sleep blend roller. This is cedarwood, lavender, and vetiver. And for anyone who's on the call and not already a Young Living member, I'm totally gifting you one of these. So make sure that you are here and that you know that. Several of you don't have your names, so I don't know who you are. So either make sure that you get that changed and like put your name on there so it says who you are, or at least put in the comments who you are and that you're here and that you know, are not yet a member so that I can make sure and get that to you. Okay, so the next two oils that I'm going to talk about, she talked about Thieves for immune support. It's a great wintertime oil. P.S. We have all the things Thieves. I don't know if any of you are obsessed with Thieves, like some of us are. One of my favorite products that I want to make sure and mention that's outside the kit is Thieves Household Cleaner. So if you're a Thieves Household Cleaner user, put that in the comments and tell us your favorite way to use Thieves Household Cleaner. It's an all-natural, plant-based, amazing cleaner, but it works, because if it doesn't work, then what's the point of it being natural and plant-based? It works amazingly. It's the best cleaner you'll ever use. It's cheaper when you dilute it than the stuff that you would buy at the store anyway. So it's like a super awesome way for a lot of people to get started when, again, you're like, I want to be more natural, I want to ditch and switch, but I don't really know where to start. Thieves makes it so easy. You can just switch your toothpaste, your cleaner, your mouthwash, like your hand sanitizer, like Sarah talked about. Like there's all these Thieves products that make it so easy. So I just want to mention that too. And then another one I love to use in the wintertime that does come in the premium starter kit is Raven. So this one is really good for your respiratory system. It's a great breathing oil. It has eucalyptus in it. It has wintergreen in it. It's just very fresh. I love to diffuse this one, but I personally like to use it topically is my favorite. So I will put a couple drops on my chest right before I get in the shower, because you put it on your chest, it's oil. When you get in the shower, the water almost like pushes it in. So I feel like it just makes it even more impactful. And I just love that feeling of putting it on and then getting in the shower. Or you can do it like right before bedtime, just rub it kind of like a Vicks Vapor Rub, but way better. But that's kind of the feeling and the scent that you're gonna get, except all natural without the petroleum yuck in it. So this is an excellent breathing respiratory oil. Then the next one is Panaway. So this one is called Panaway. A lot of people call it Pain Away, just to remember what it's for. Sore muscles, achy back, I worked out too hard and didn't stretch before I got started, all of those types of things, that's what you'll use this oil for. It's great for joints and muscles. It also smells really good because it's got wintergreen in it, so it's very refreshing and just kind of like a fresh medicinal type of smell. So I really love that, and that's one that I would pretty much just use topically. I wouldn't diffuse it because it's not going to help my sore muscles that way, and I wouldn't use it internally because it's not a vitality oil. So this is one I pretty much just use topically, but it is a wonderful oil when you've overworked yourself. I also love to put it in Epsom salts. So if any, I know Stephanie is a big Epsom salt bath lady, so maybe she'll mention that. They, by themselves, just Epsom salt baths are amazing for you. They're great for your muscles. They're great for relaxation. They help you sleep. But when you add essential oils, especially like Panaway, to that, you're just like kicking it up 10 notches, and it's just making it an even better experience. So that's one thing I love to do with that one. And Stephanie is the next one to share. She's going to share a few of her favorite oils with us. And Stephanie is just the bomb. She's one of those like fun ladies that you want to go to all of her classes because you know it's going to be awesome, and she's going to be this fabulous host, and she's just tons of fun with tons of information. So she's another one I love hearing from.
Yeah, I'm just really missing doing the in-person classes because that's just always been my passion, and I'm sad that we're really not having those now, but excited to see all of your faces, some familiar ones and some new ones. But anyway, whenever April asks me to help teach a class, she knows which oils I'm always going to pick. And it's my three favorite, lavender, valor, and lemon. They were about 4 years ago when I started with essential oils. Those were the first three that I fell in love with. So right now we'll talk about lavender. If you have it with you, grab it, smell it. You know, this is another one of the ways to diffuse. If you don't have a diffuser, you can always just smell it out of the bottle, put a drop in the palm of your hand, rub it around, and just inhale it. That's just a great way to diffuse. Lavender is the oil of relaxation, and we consider it the Swiss Army knife of all of the oils because of how versatile and how many uses it has. So this doesn't have a white label, but lavender also comes in the vitality form. So you can use it internally. You can use it to cook with, and I was afraid April was going to mention this before I could brag about it, but outside of Centralia, I don't know where many of you live, but we are blessed with this really neat lavender farm called the Battlefield Lavender Farm. It's adorable. It just keeps growing. She made the most amazing chocolate chip lavender sea salt cookies. She just gave them out as like a little sample treat, but I told her, girl, you need to sell those by the dozen. I mean, they were really, really good. So that's really fun, really neat organic lavender type gifty items. So anyway, you can cook with lavender. You can take it as a vitality. A lot of people like to use, including myself, lavender, peppermint, and lemon acts as a great seasonal support for when spring and fall come around. Using that, you know, to make a blend to apply, or in a veggie capsule like she talked about earlier, works out great too. So another thing that we really enjoyed, some of us that have been to the Young Living Convention, they make a really good lavender lemonade. So just look up recipes and know that lavender comes in vitality, and so you can use to cook with that and use it internally. Probably the most popular way to use lavender is to diffuse it at bedtime. Very relaxing and soothing, very calming. If I don't have a diffuser with me, if we're traveling, I like to put lavender in a little spray bottle and make a pillow spray. You just, depending on the size of the bottle, you know, I would probably put about 20 to 30 drops in here with water, a little bit of witch hazel to keep it separated, or if you just want to remember to shake it up. Sometimes I'll just do that anyway if I love to have lavender on my pillow, even if I am diffusing. Lavender is not only calming for emotions, but it's also very calming to the skin. So I love to use it for, you know, cuts, burns, rashes. One of my favorite little products is the lavender lip balm that of course has lavender infused in it. So this goes with me. I have one, you know, in my bathroom, in my drawer, and then this one is always with me in my purse. Not only for a lip balm, but anytime you need lavender for a cut. Or recently, I'm spending a lot more time because we're at home more. I have this cat that I love, but I have allergies, and if she gets a little too up close and personal in my face, sometimes I'll get this weird little rash around my eyes. And so before I'll go to bed lately, I'll just use this little lip balm, and, you know, and it's fine. Instead of, you know, what I used to grab would have been like a steroid cream, which is terrible around your eyes. So anyway, this is just another little tool that you can use that's very calming. I also love, there's other products that Young Living has that's lavender infused. There's a whole seedlings baby line, not just for babies. I love the lotion. It's just a really soft, gentle scent. And then of course, lavender foaming hand wash. So you can kind of look up some of those things. So anyway, that's lavender. The next one, make sure I don't forget anything, is Valor. And Valor, if you've been through the kit with us before, you know that this is a blend of oils, which includes black spruce, frankincense, blue tansy, and geranium. It is the Confidence in a Bottle oil. I have a very emotional testimony with this one. Our oldest daughter, trying to get through college. She was going through Mizzou's School of Radiography and was in and out of different clinical situations, just always anxious about what situation she was going to be in. Her last 2 years were very stressful, and she's just not that type of kid that can just jump into anything without having to think about it and, you know, get acclimated. So she's the one that actually discovered this oil. She wanted something, Stress Away just wasn't quite doing it for her. And that's something else to remember. We're all different. So some oils work better for us than other oils, and Valor was her go-to. And she carried it with her all the time. And that's what she relied on to get her through the last 2 years of school. So I love Valor because of how much she loves it. So then I started using it, and I accidentally discovered I'd had a couple of neck surgeries, and it was one that I was just kind of using as perfume. Replaced all my other yucky perfume, and would use it on the back of my neck, you know, just so I could always have that scent. And lo and behold, I used to always have a lot of neck tension. A lot of that neck tension got taken care of, and I learned from another class that black spruce, frankincense, blue tansy, and geranium all are relaxants and can help with just muscle tension. So that's another use, not only for emotions, but for muscles. So it also comes in another form, which is what we purchase all the time. There's a whole line of roll-ons that are a little easier, and they come already with a carrier oil that is kind of handy. So if Valor is one you love, and there's other oils, you can check into that. But if you use them a lot topically, the roll-ons are really good for that. The last one is lemon. And lemon is just considered a happy vibe oil. It's very cleansing. It's for cleaning, not only things in our environment, but for ourselves. Just always consider it just a very cleansing oil. It comes in a vitality, which means it is safe to ingest. And at the beginning of the class, April told us, you know, how we can trust that Young Living oils are 100% pure, and we can trust them to ingest. I would not trust any other oils to ingest. Lemon is one of the citrus oils that we have to be careful of with photosensitivity. This isn't really one that I apply topically, but I do love to put it, since it is a vitality, I love to put it in water. It's great in tea, really any beverage. And what really loves it are our livers, our bladders, and our kidneys. I used to still battle a little bit with kidney stones, and my urologist recommended to always use, to drink lemon water first thing every morning, 16 ounces with lemon, and I've replaced just regular yucky lemon that's got pulp and seeds and everything else with about 3 to 4 drops every morning, faithfully. I start my morning off with water and lemon. It's excellent to diffuse for feelings of happy. I usually either add lemon or orange to almost everything I diffuse at home, just to kind of sweeten things up sometimes. Lemon's also neat to be able to use instead of Goo Gone, which is kind of toxic. If you have anything that's sticky, you can apply lemon. Like if you get a little picture frame and it's got a sticker or a tag on it, just drop a little drop of lemon on there, let it sit for a little bit, and it'll slide right off. So anyway, I think that's it.
Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to talk about another one that I think Stephanie also loves, which is Stress Away. This one is fabulous, as the name suggests, what it's for. So it's like a vacation in a bottle. It has lime and vanilla and copaiba and all kinds of just wonderful, wonderful oils that make it kind of sweet. And it is great for using in Epsom salt baths, using as a roll-on like a perfume, because not only is it relaxing and helps with the stress, but it also smells wonderful. So in your kit, you also are going to get 2 of these roll-on tops. If you can see that, it's got like a little stainless steel ball on it. And you can put those on any of these bottles. But the Stress Away is one that I really like adding that to. You can just pop this roller on, and then it just works just like that. And you can use it as perfume. However, it is a really good one to diffuse as well. So if you put the roller on, you can always take it back off if you want to dump some in your diffuser. Smells amazing, fabulous, obviously, as the name suggests, for stress relief. And then the next one, this one is actually my husband's very favorite oil. He has his headphones in, though, not listening to me. This is frankincense. This one is mentioned, I believe, over 50 times in the Bible. It is a fabulous, valuable oil. It's amazing for skin. Any kind of, not only Young Living, but even other brands of like high-end skincare, a lot of times has frankincense in it. It's excellent for smoothing the skin, brightening the skin, taming the skin. It's also good if you like maybe hurt yourself, to calm that skin. It is good for immune support. It's another great one to add to like your Thieves for the wintertime roller. It also comes in a Vitality. So sometimes I'll actually take it and drop it under my tongue, because sublingually is what they call that. If you drop oils under your tongue or anything under your tongue, you're absorbing it sublingually, which means it gets into your bloodstream much quicker than if I were to take a capsule, because then it has to go through my whole digestive system, and it goes to my stomach and my esophagus and all these different areas. Whereas if I drop it right directly under my tongue, it just goes in my bloodstream. So I like to do that with frankincense because it is so immune supporting. It is just a fabulous oil for many things. Then we are going to have the lovely Nicole next talk about one of her favorite oils, and then another one that she uses all the time that doesn't come in the kit. She is someone who, I think this is her first time sharing on a Zoom with us, so that's exciting in and of itself. She's amazing. She is one of those people that learns this stuff, and I love that. Like, I love everybody who asks me questions, and if you've ever asked me a question, you know that I've told you, ask me all the questions. I do not mind. But I also love seeing people like Nicole, where she's like, give me that book. I want to read everything. I want to know everything. I want to learn everything for myself. So that's always fun when you see that passion and excitement in people too. And Nicole is one of those people. So Nicole, why don't you tell us about Peace and Calming?
Thank you. You're so kind. So I have Peace and Calming, and I diffuse it at night. There's not a whole lot that I can say about Peace and Calming. It is exactly what it says it is. It is peace and calming. You need to wind down after a long day. You put some Peace and Calming on. You can put it on topically. I also have, this is what I use every night. So it's the roller ball of Peace and Calming. Every night before I go to bed, on my wrist, all over. Just give it to me everywhere. And then I just fall asleep, pretty much inhaling it off my wrist, even though I have it in my diffuser. So that is a little bit about Peace and Calming. It has some oils in it, of course, tangerine, orange, ylang ylang, patchouli, and then some blue TNC. So those are the oils that that is made up of. And that is all that I have to say on Peace and Calming. It is amazing. I love the oil, and this is my second roller of it. So I have been in Young Living actively for probably a year now, and really trying to learn more about all the oils. And that's one that I just use all the time. Another one of my favorites is Joy. So it does exactly what it brings you joy. It lifts up your spirits. I take a drop of it, and my daughter uses it too, and we put it over our hearts. So put it over your hearts every day. Inhale it. It smells so good. It's such a wonderful oil. So I know it's not in the kit. And April had to remind me of that. But I absolutely love Joy. I love the way it smells, and I love the way it makes you feel. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much for sharing. And fun fact, when I bought my premium starter kit a million years ago, Joy was actually in the premium starter kit at that time. And not so fun fact, I didn't like it. I didn't understand the value of it. And I used it on my dryer balls because I was just trying to get rid of it. And then after that, I fell in love with it. And I'm like, I can't believe I wasted all that joy. Hey, you don't know what you don't know. Now I love it. And now it is actually in my travel bag. I always have joy with me on the road. Okay, 2 more. So these are 2 of my personal favorites and my personal testimony when I got started with Young Living. I had actually been sick for a long time. I was having all kinds of digestive trouble. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Of course, like the sick care system that I mentioned earlier, I went to the doctor. I was sure that I was dying or like had stomach cancer or something terrible because I was just like sick all the time for no reason. And I had my blood drawn, they ran everything, they called me, they're like, nope, it's fine. I'm like, okay, but it's not fine. I'm sick. Something is wrong. So just the fact that the blood test says everything is fine, that's great, but it's not. So it was around about that time that I saw a video that was kind of like this, someone had done on YouTube that was just like an intro to oils, and they went through the kit and they talked about this oil Digize that was amazing for digestion. That's what the name suggests. If you can't pick that up, Digize, digestion. So this is a great digestion oil. And like I mentioned earlier about natural products, the thing I love about them is they work with your body. So if I have diarrhea or if I have constipation and I go to the store to buy something for those things, I'm going to buy 2 different products. If I have this, I need this. If I have this, I need that. And if I get the wrong one, that's going to be a bad deal. But if I just use Digize, it's just going to balance my body and it's going to bring me back to wherever I need to be. And so that's the amazing thing about nature is it knows what your body needs. It works with your body. You were designed by God to work with plants. That's why the plants are here. They're for our benefit. And so they know how to work with your body. So Digize is a blend of several different oils, fennel, tarragon, peppermint, all kinds of things that are great for your digestive system. As you can see, it has a white label. So this one is labeled for internal use. What I didn't mention earlier when I talked about that is as long as you know which oils come in a Vitality, for example, this peppermint Vitality and this peppermint regular, the oil inside these bottles is exactly the same. There is no difference whatsoever, only the label. So I don't have to have both. If I just have one or the other and I know how to use it, I can use it. I don't have to have both labels. It's the same exact oil. So I want to make sure and mention that. So this one, the Digize, I will use it internally quite a bit. My husband prefers to use it topically. If he has an upset stomach, he'll just rub it on his belly. And I'll do that sometimes too. But if I want like a quicker result, sometimes I will take it in a capsule. I'll even put it in my water. A lot of people don't like the taste of it. Doesn't bother me. So this one and peppermint. Peppermint is also amazing for digestion. These 2 literally changed everything for me. When I got that kit and I was having those troubles, I kid you not, this plus I started taking a probiotic like shake just to drink because it was the only thing that didn't make me sick. And within a couple of weeks, I was better after being sick for like 7 months. So this is what really made me not only fall in love with these products, but say, I have to tell people about this. Like I can't just do this for myself. Like people need to know about these products. If they can change somebody's life, like they changed my life, then I need to tell people about it. That's like my duty as a good person. So that's how all of this started for me, was just because I had such an amazing experience with these oils. So that's the main thing about Digize. I also use it, I don't know if we have any dudes on here, but I also use it during that time of the month, cramps, bloating, because all of that is like part of your digestive system. So this also helps me with that. And then peppermint, like I said, great for digestion, tastes a lot better than Digize. So this one's fabulous in your water. You can make brownies with it. You can do all kinds of wonderful things with it. It's also fabulous to diffuse. Stephanie mentioned it as like the seasonal wellness trio, lemon, lavender, and peppermint. It's fabulous for that. Great for breathing. It's gives you energy. It's very uplifting oil. Smells fabulous, super refreshing. I mean, it's peppermint. Most of you know what peppermint smells like, but you've probably never known it to be this good if you haven't had Young Living. It's so fresh and so wonderful. And the other thing is when you put them in your water, you don't really need any sweetener. because they just have that natural flavor. It's almost like it's sweet. I don't know if you guys feel that way if you guys use it, but it's like, it's so good. It's so flavorful. You don't miss having any kind of sweetener in your drink. It's just really good and really flavorful. So that is the last of the oils in the kit. And like I said, that's the premium starter kit. So it comes with all of those oils. It comes with the diffuser, and there are different diffusers. So this one is the most popular. This kit with everything, all of these oils, this diffuser, this is $165. There's other diffusers at different price points. This one is just the most popular. It's wonderful. It has 10 different light options. It has different diffusion options. You can put it on full blast and it'll run about 4 hours. You can slow it down a little bit. It'll run about 6 hours. You can do intermittent and it'll run about 10 hours. So it has lots of really good options, but there are other like upgraded ones. One of them has a remote control and it's got like a beautiful glass top. So there's different options you can check out on the website if you want that, but that's just kind of the most popular, nice, give you everything you need type of diffuser. So it's got all the oils in here, and then some of this other stuff we talked about is actually in the bottom of the box. So when you get your box, please do not just take the oils out and throw it away, as one of my good friends did. And then 3 months later, she's like, "Where's my stress away?" Like, it's in the bottom of your box. And she threw it away. So down here is where you have your Ningxia Red packets that Sarah talked about. You have your Peace and Calming. You have your Stress Away. You have these roller tops that I mentioned. There's 2 of those. The Thieves Spray and the sanitizer that Sarah talked about. So that all comes in the bottom of your box. And then the best part, in my opinion, of this entire kit is that it gives you access to everything from Young Living at 24% off forever. So there's no monthly fee. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to be a distributor. You can be, those are amazing perks, but you don't have to be. You just, by getting this kit, you automatically get 24% off of anything else you choose to buy. So to me, that's a huge benefit of getting started. But the other thing is this kit is tailored to have an oil for every system in your body and for every need to get you started. We talked about digestion, we talked about breathing, we talked about headaches, we talked about all different systems in your body that these oils can help you with. And it really is just kind of the best starting place. And then you can branch out to your specific needs. There's books out there. There's websites where you can read testimonies. We have Facebook groups that you can join once you become a member, and you can read all the testimonies in there. You can ask questions. Hey, I have this specific issue. You know, does anybody else have a testimony about that? But this is just a great starter that pretty much everybody needs. Everybody wants to sleep. Everybody wants to have good digestion. So this is a great place to start with the premium starter kit. So that's why we talk about that. So now I'm going to show you kind of some of the options if you want to do more than that. So this is kind of the big bang kit, if you will. This gives you all the products that we talked about. The premium starter kit, and then you can add on the Thieves Essential Rewards kit, which is all of those Thieves products we talked about, the household cleaner, toothpaste, mouthwash, sanitizer, household soap, all of those types of things. And then the Ningxia Red that Sarah talked about. And then that 4th little box you see, those are all free things. If you invest this much, you're gonna get all of this stuff for free. So this is just to give you kind of an overview visual so you know what your options are. I don't know about you, but I'm super visual. So I like to see it instead of just having like all these lists and all these options. This is what you could get for less than $500. Then the next one, this is what you could get for less than $400. If you want to get the Ningxia Red because you really want that antioxidant support and you know you need the Thieves Household Cleaner because literally everyone needs Thieves Household Cleaner, this is what you're going to get. Plus you're still going to get those freebies. And then this is probably the most popular when you add something on, that Thieves kit, because those really are the household items that you can just easily swap out for things that you're already using, but with better products. So I know I talked to Jenny about this before. She was like, I can't decide. I don't know if I want the Desert Mist kit or if I want the Thieves kit. I was like, hey, here's the deal. You can get both and you can save money on it. So this is a great option. And then of course you have just the starter kit that we talked about. So these kind of show you what you would be paying, what you would be getting, the freebies that you would be getting. Like I said, I'm just visual, so that helps me. So that is what we